Tarot reading for Taurus, 2026. The Master Builder's Dominance. Taurus, 2026 will be the year of your biggest breakthrough, but you are carrying a burden that needs to be released. You feel you are on the verge of building a legacy, but self-sabotage, 5 of Swords, is undermining your authority. Discover the single key that the Magician and the Emperor reveal to disarm this internal blockage once and for all. It is a simple rule of practical mastery that Taurus needs to apply to transform effort into glory. Do you want to know the methodical action that will guarantee absolute victory instead of a bitter loss? Only those who watch until the end will understand the exact move to activate this unwavering prosperity. Stop postponing your power. Your foundation of gold and the glow of the sun await you in this reading. Let's lay the Taurus cards on the table. And the cards are the Magician card, the Emperor card, the Eight of Pentacles card, the 5 of Swords card, the 8 of Wands card, the Knight of Pentacles card, the Sun card. The central energy of the year, the Magician. The year 2026 presents itself to Taurus not with the dream, the Page of Cups, but with the executive capacity to manifest it. The Major Arcana. The Magician emerges as the card that covers and defines the central theme of this cycle, elevating the focus from a passive wish to an act of conscious will. The Magician, positioned over you, declares that you are the channel, the mediator between heaven and earth. On the table, he displays the 4 tools of creation: the wand, action and will; the cup, emotion and intuition; the sword, mind and clarity; and the disc or pentacle, matter and form. For Taurus, the sign that governs matter and construction, this card is an imperative call to action. The dream of stability, the family legacy, the wealth, and the comfort you envision, original themes, will not come through luck, but through the ability to intelligently organize and utilize the resources already available. 2026 is your year to stop saying "I want" and start saying "I create." The Magician demands that you recognize your latent potential. The turning point mentioned in the previous analysis is entirely linked to the moment you realize that the only barrier between the desire and its realization is the ineffective use of your tools. Procrastination, or the search for external resources, must cease. Everything you need to start the construction of your great project is already on your table, at your disposal. It is time to trust your will and your practical knowledge to build the foundation that is fundamental to your peace. The Taurian energy of patience and perseverance joins here with the Aryan initiative of the Magician, creating an unstoppable force. If 2025 prepared you to defend your beliefs, 2026 is the year you materialize them. The Magician is the promise that any goal, no matter how ambitious, can be brought into physical form, provided you maintain unwavering concentration and mental clarity about what you are conjuring. 10. The base and foundation. The Emperor. If last year prepared you to build a legacy, 10 of Pentacles, 2026 requires you to become the commander, the supreme master of that structure. The Emperor assumes the position of foundation, the solid base upon which all your manifestation will be erected. This card is a step beyond legacy. It is the establishment of your authority. The Emperor represents the maximum form of stability and structure, being the archetype of firm leadership and control. For Taurus, who values security, this card is not just about having a base, but about being the base. Instead of inheriting stability, you create it, define it, and maintain it with a firm hand. This position suggests that in 2026 you must focus on defining clear boundaries. The Emperor does not tolerate chaos. You will need to establish strict rules and boundaries, both in your personal and professional life, to protect the structure you are building. Personal leadership. Take command of your projects, your health, and your finances. Do not outsource the power of decision that affects your well-being. The Emperor is the archetype of the I make it happen. Order and discipline. The basis for your success will be uncompromising discipline. Without organization and order, the creative energy of the magician will be dissipated. The Emperor ensures that the magician does not get lost in fantasies, anchoring him in schedules and responsibilities. The magician, initiative, and the Emperor, structure, together form the perfect pairing for materialization. Where the magician has the idea, the Emperor builds the foundation for it to last. In 2026, your power will reside in being the unquestionable authority of your own life. Third, what helps the process? Eight of Pentacles. The practical advice and the path forward do not come from pure intuition, the High Priestess, but from diligent and material application. The Eight of Pentacles reveals that the key to transforming the dream into reality is excellence and mastery of the craft. The Eight of Pentacles shows a craftsman working with dedication and focus, concentrated on producing the next piece with higher quality than the last. For Taurus, this means refining your skills, investing time and energy in learning and improving the skills that support your grand objective. If your dream is a business, you must be the best craftsman of it. If it is a house, you must master the process of building and maintenance. Valuing the process. Do not cling only to the final result, the sun, but find satisfaction and fulfillment in the routine of work. It is in focused repetition and attention to detail that your manifestation gains solidity. Honest and visible work. This card values honest effort and irrefutable quality. It is your meticulous work that will attract attention and solidify your reputation and legacy. The Eight of Pentacles is a crucial reminder. The magician's manifestation only sustains itself when the Emperor's base is worked with the patience and diligence that the Eight of Pentacles demands. What truly helps you is the act of doing it well, piece by piece, day after day. Va, the internal obstacle. Five of Swords. The original reading identified the internal conflict as defending your beliefs against yourself, self-sabotage. The Five of Swords translates this conflict more intensely and dramatically, exposing your greatest obstacle, the defeatist mindset and the feeling of loss. This card shows a seemingly victorious but isolated figure, holding swords while two others walk away in defeat. Although it may seem like a victory, the atmosphere is one of bitterness. For Taurus, the Five of Swords represents three forms of self-sabotage in 2026. The hollow victory. You may achieve a goal, but feel that the emotional cost or personal sacrifice was too high. This leads you to question the value of your effort, undermining the success. The fear of retaliation. The fear that, by standing out and asserting yourself, the Emperor, you will attract enmities or criticism. This can make you retreat from your goals to avoid confrontation. Persistent doubt. The fear that the magician is not capable, that the Emperor will fall. It is your ego whispering that you are inadequate, resulting in a vicious cycle of uncertainty that steals your energy. The advice for overcoming this is clear. Refuse to be a victim of your own thinking. You must drop the swords you bitterly gained, old grudges or the costs of the past, and focus on genuine victory, the sun. The Five of Swords is a reminder that the only person who can truly steal your success or your sense of worth is yourself. The focus of the Eight of Pentacles must be so intense that it leaves no room for the voices of doubt. V, the driving force of the past, Eight of Wands. The energy that brought you to 2026, the leaving the comfort zone of the original analysis, manifests as the Eight of Wands. This card in the past position indicates that your recent efforts have already generated momentum, acceleration, and a rapid movement dynamic. The Eight of Wands is the energy of action without hesitation and clear communication. In your recent past, you made important decisions and launched yourself onto new paths, as suggested by the Chariot. The impact of this now is speed in manifestation. Your past actions created momentum that will make things move faster in early 2026. Take advantage of this wave. Clarity of direction. Doubts have been dispelled. You know where you need to go, and the energy is flowing in that direction. Overcoming Taurian inertia. The Eight of Wands is a counterbalance to Taurus's tendency towards slowness. It indicates that the inertia has been broken, and you must capitalize on this conquered speed. The main advice from this position is not to slow down. The generated momentum demands that the Magician remains active and the Emperor keeps the helm steady. The past equipped you with speed. The present demands focus to direct it. V, the advice and future action, Knight of Pentacles. If the Eight of Wands gave speed, the Knight of Pentacles emerges as the most important advice for your immediate future and as the safety brake for your manifestation. Instead of volatile clarity, Queen of Swords, the Knight demands methodical perseverance and realism. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the knights, but he is also the most reliable and productive. He does not move by impulse, but by planning and certainty of purpose. This card is your antidote against the impulsiveness of the Eight of Wands and the doubt of the Five of Swords. Strategic patience. Manifestation, the Magician, requires time to solidify, the Emperor. The Knight of Pentacles says that even if the Eight of Wands gave speed, you must not skip steps. The quality of the Eight of Pentacles requires you to respect the time of growth. Deliberate action. Do not act out of haste or stress. Every move must be calculated and aimed at reinforcing your stability. The Knight of Pentacles is the guarantee that, if you are consistent and methodical, the result will be assured. Financial focus. He reminds you that your materialization requires practical management. Maintain your focus on investing, saving, and managing your resources with undeniable wisdom. The Knight of Pentacles ensures that the chosen path, while not the fastest, will be the safest and most fruitful. 7. The final result, the Sun. As the culmination of your journey in 2026, the Sun emerges in the final result position, promising a resounding triumph. This card is absolute victory, full realization, and happiness without reservations, surpassing the promise of mere fortune and balance, 10 of Cups and justice. The Sun is the maximum reward of the tarot. Success and recognition, your diligent work, Eight of Pentacles, and your self-discipline, the Emperor, will culminate in public success, visibility, and recognition. Your legacy will be undeniable. Clarity and joy. The Sun dispels all shadows of doubt, Five of Swords. You will have total clarity about your path, and the joy will be genuine, permeating your family, professional, and personal life. Total manifestation. The energy of the Magician who began the journey reaches its peak. The dream you set out to manifest in 2026 will be not only real, but glorious. The final message for Taurus is, the happiness and stability you seek depend entirely on you. Assume the cloak of the Magician and the crown of the Emperor. Work with the dedication of the Eight of Pentacles and discard the self-imposed fear of the Five of Swords. If you maintain the consistency of the Knight of Pentacles, the final result will be the full and undeniable light of the Sun. 2026 is your year to shine. If you have made it this far, Congratulations. You have demonstrated the mastery and discipline of the Knight of Pentacles. Now you have the key to disarm the Five of Swords and activate the Magician's power in your life. Do not stop your momentum. The Eight of Wands demands that you continue in constant movement toward victory. To ensure your journey of gold and sun is consistent, subscribe now and click the notification bell. Share this awakening with those who need the Emperor's structure and clarity in their lives. And tell me in the comments, what is your biggest manifestation plan for 2026 that will be realized? Your ideas are valuable. Use the space below to suggest the next video theme you want to see. To deepen your absolute victory and the energy of the Eight of Pentacles, click on the video that is now appearing on your screen. Remember, the Magician is ready. The base is firm. Only you can postpone the sun's light. Advance with authority, and I'll see you in the next video.